this is Brayden from Pacific Toyota here in Cairns. Hey, just doing a quick video tour on our 2020 Subaru Forester, the 2.5 sitting here in front of me. Absolute glamour of a car, can't wait to take you through it. Thank you so much for your inquiry. Like I said, obviously Pacific Toyota here in Cairns, so we're lucky enough to be the second largest pre-owned yard for Toyota in all of Australia. So we turn over a bit over 200 vehicles a month. As you can see, we are literally jam-packed here at the moment. That's all our Toyota Lexus showrooms up the hill there, service departments down the road. And we've got another yard up at 77 Mulgrave Road as well. I mean, we get some absolutely awesome cars just like this Forester here. Like I said, the whole point of this video, I just want to take you through as much detail as I can, all the service history, all the features, and of course any little marks that I can find managed to find as well. So looking pretty tidy across the roof and the windscreen there. Can't see any chips or anything like that either. Obviously all our cars, we guarantee no write-offs, no flood damage, no hail damage or anything like that. Looking very tidy across the actual bonnet there as well. Very clean through there. Looks like the only little one I could find was a little hairline one just there on the bonnet itself, but you can only really sort of see it on the right light. See down to the driver's side here with the wheel arch. I just kicked these wheels out so you can see the treads as well, so absolutely stacks of tread left in there. Tiny little bit of marks just in the wheel itself just there as well. In fact, that's coming off. No, they're coming off with my finger. I reckon a bit of polish to clean those right out. It's even better. So disregard about that. Just across the front, so the only little mark I could find was just down there on the front, right on that very, very edge. But it's very tidy across the bonnet. Just a couple little tiny little stone chips, nothing major though. Down the front, the same thing, just a couple little ones. But nothing major, that is for sure. So you've got all your daytime running lights. These are your little LEDs, so as soon as the car starts up, these turn on with you. So they look really good, but they're a safety feature as well, so they make you stand out to other cars. Same thing, just those little marks, but again, I reckon they'll come off as well. See, they're coming off of my fingernail. There. Now, the great news with this one, we've got 2 keys, so 2 genuine Subaru keys. So you're central locking with these, all from the keys here itself. So that one works perfectly. And so does that. So 2 working keys there, fantastic. So you keep those in your pocket. You've got all keyless entry around this one. A little hairline marks just there, very, very light. There's the bonnet as well. On the roof, sorry. So keyless entry, so as long as these keys are in my pocket, you simply hold your finger on that. It's going to lock the car. So that's now locked. As soon as we go away, come back, you simply just put your hand on the inside, and that's going to unlock it for you. It's got little sensors in behind the handles, so the 2 front doors will do that for you. Very tidy through the inside here. Electric windows obviously on both sides. Very tidy on that inside step there too. Tiny little bit of dust because it has been for a couple of test drives. Been a pretty popular car since we've got it. Very tidy across the roof there. So logbook, service history, manuals, everything's all on here as well. So previously was a rental vehicle, so we're quite a number of our cars are rental vehicles. We're very particular about the companies that we do use though, because they've got to be like this. They've got to service and maintain them properly, and yeah, unfortunately there's a couple out there that don't look after their cars, so we're very particular about which companies we use. So 2021 first service 12,000 Ks, next service 2022 29,000 Ks, next service 2022 50,000 Ks, 23 at 60. And that was us as well. So when the cars come in, if they're due for a service, we get them done. So that was here in Cairns. So full service history there. Not due again until about 73,000 or July next year. So very tidy through the actual console itself. So you have all the seats and everything there too. And that driver's side one as well. So that light interior across the roof. Back into those seats in the back there. Obviously you drop down handles whole way around, including the driver's side. Now these windows are not tinted, that is just privacy glass, so it's simply just dark glass. If you do want tinted, that's all stuff we can do in-house for you, it's no dramas at all. A little bit of dust up there, obviously just from the shade sails. They collect the rain and drop a little bit of dust down on the cars, unfortunately. But we get them re-detailed before we send them down. Tiny little hairline mark just on the top there. Pretty good otherwise. Child locks on both these rear doors there too. And electric windows on the back here as well. Let's move it down there. Like I said, a little bit of dirt because it has been on a couple of test drives. Got this little handle just there, so that's going to pull this one up. All the child anchor points on the back. Leave that one down. I'll show that in just a second. Little argument separator in the middle there. Couple USB ports in the bottom for the kiddies and that, for charging your phones and that sort of thing. Down the back here, looking very tidy. That rear wheel there as well, looking very clean. And again, absolutely stacks of tread in there too. Just that rear bar. Little tiny little stone chip just there and a little mark just there. Not too bad though. Got a little button just under there to open that one up, so we'll open that. It's all on struts. Inside of the boot there, looking very tidy. Plenty of storage under here, so you got your tools are in the outside. Tools and the rest of the tools on the inside with your jack, and obviously a spare tyre there too. And there's stacks of tread left in there, so they go down. Handy fact, you've got a little hard platform here, so if you're ever on the side of the road and you need to change the tyre and it's a dirt road or something like that, you can put this down. It gives you a little hard platform to work off, so you're not in the dirt or hot bitumen or anything like that. Tie down points all through the back, so you've got 4 of those little guys hidden there through the back here. 1, 2, 3 child anchor points in here as well. A couple of tiny little bits of wear through the back, obviously from people carrying luggage and stuff like that. A little accessory plug there. Now you'll notice a little switch on both sides here, so you simply pull that switch. It's going to drop those seats down. So if you're at the shops or anything like that and you need that extra space real quick, simply just pull that switch and it's going to drop those seats down automatically for you. There's a tiny little mark there on the back. Not too bad. Let's come around the rest of it. Obviously down the driver's side now. Pretty clean through the back here. Fuel's obviously on this side here too. Down to that last wheel, looking very tidy as well. The inside of that door card for the driver's side now on the rear. Again, click that back up into place, just like so. Not too bad through the inside of these seats, looking pretty good. And like I said, we've got the same keyless entry points for the driver's side. Makes life very nice and easy. You just keep the keys in your pocket, so if you've got your hands full of groceries and things like that, makes life nice and easy. The inside of the driver's side door card now as well. So master controls all over here. So you've got window locks in the back, so if there's kiddies playing around in the back and you don't want them using the windows, you push that one. Electric controls for the rest of the windows, central locking, and all your mirror adjustments here as well. Now you can actually tuck those mirrors in. See a little button there to do so. So if you're at the shops or anything like that and you don't want people sort of walking past and bumping the mirrors, you can push those, it's going to tuck them in as well. Height adjustment here, so short people like me, sit there and crank that right up, get that seat nice and high. Bonnet release is just up under there, so I'll pop that because I will show under there in just a second there too. Push button start for this one, so as long as we're inside the car. So nice little safety. You've got to have your foot on the brake in case there's any little kids trying to start the car or anything like that. They can't do it without being able to reach the brake. So foot on the brake, that little green light turns on. And that's him. Alright, so as it sits right now, so we've got 60,617 kilometres as it sits right now, so no engine or dash lights. Only lights on there, of course, are just the little one at the top there saying that I'm not wearing a seatbelt, and obviously it's just telling me that the bonnet's open because I did just pop it for you, and of course telling me that the handbrake's on as well, so on the right hand side there too. So about a quarter of a tank of fuel there too, so I'm sure we might be able to sneak a little bit in there for you on top of that to help out. Up on the steering wheel here, so like I said, Subaru keep it pretty simple for you. Cruise control, all up on the right hand side. You got adaptive cruise control for this one, so they're pretty clever. So as you're driving along, if you start to, if you use the adaptive cruise control side of it, which you can do from here. So if you're driving along basically and the car in front of you, it basically sets a distance off the car in front, which you can change from here. So if you want closer or further away, you can do it all from up on the steering wheel itself. Basically as the person in front accelerates and decelerates, the car's going to basically do it along with you. So it kind of drives for you in a sense. We've got lane departure, we've got all your different little safety settings that I've got on the little screen up there. So it tells you all the green ones mean they're active and they're turned on. But you've got buttons all around the place to turn them on and off as well. So for example, lane departure, if you don't like that the car's going to grab the steering wheel and basically if you do start to drift over the lanes, the car will adjust the car for you. If you don't like it, you simply hold that down and you'll notice that turns off. Same the adaptive, that's basically if the forward collision, so again if the car brakes if it senses that somebody in front of you is braking. So you'll notice that these are all now starting to turn off on the inside there, and all the orange lights here as well, so they're all coming off as well. So you've got all the controls, your blind spot monitors, so you've got these little orange lights on the right hand side of the car and on the passenger side as well, so if somebody's in your blind spot it's going to tell you. And again, you can turn all this stuff off from down to the back here as well. So you notice, there you go, so turned off, and they're all turning off as we go. So it's very, very clever, but there's a lot of safety stuff in this, but if you don't like it, it's completely personalizable. Not a word, but that's right. So that way, everything that you want and the car to do, it's going to do for you. All your radio stuff is all up on the right-hand side, so you can jump between different stations and stuff like that, volume and everything through here. You can jump between your different sources, so whether it's your phone, the radio, or anything like that. You can answer and hang up the phone calls from up here. Now you do have a little info button down the bottom here, so that's going to go between your different little menus up the back there. Sorry, this one here. So when the bonnet's obviously not open, there's a couple of different little menus, so your average fuels and all that kind of stuff are all controlled from down the bottom there too. You've got a couple of little arrows up here and the information one there as well, so we can jump between obviously the direction that the wheels are facing, and the gradient that you're at, all your different like temperatures, what's playing on the radio, average fuels and all that kind of stuff as well, all from controlled from that little info button there. Wipers, all automatic on the left hand side, otherwise you just use them like normal. Headlights, automatic on the right hand side, otherwise you just use them like normal. Like I said, everything's got the option to do it all for you, but if you want to do it manually, you got the options for those there too. Just turn that radio down a little bit. So nice big touchscreen display up here. Got a little reverse camera tucked in the back, so as soon as we put that into reverse, you can see the back bar there as well. So if you ever put a tow bar on this thing, you'll be able to see the bar as well. This makes life back onto the trailers very, very nice and easy. So we go back to park, nice big huge button, so while you're driving, if you need to jump between AM, FM radio, anything like that, it's nice and easy to do while you're driving. And of course you can do it from other than the steering wheel there as well. Little home button is going to bring you to this one, so you can jump straight into your phone calls, straight into your settings, the AM, FM radio, and all your different apps and everything as well through there too. So you can link, like I was saying, you can use your phone for the maps on that. Simply plug your phone in via the USB, and it's going to use that apps button, and it'll use the maps straight off your phone as well. Down the bottom here, so again you can jump straight into everything I was just saying. So the home button's there, radio, phone calls, and the maps from there, but you've got to plug your phone in to be able to use them. Fan speed down the bottom, temperature on the right, so the passenger side is completely independent to the right hand side, so as you can see at the top there. So the driver's side, as you can see, driver's side there, so we're adjusting that. And passenger side is completely independent as well, so no more arguments over who likes hot and cold air. Plenty of storage in the bottom here, all your USB ports and everything down there too. We've got your handbrake here is electronic, so as long as your foot's on the brake, you simply push that down to disengage it, pull it back up. Like a normal handbrake, you just pull it back up to re-engage it, and as long as that light comes on, you'll know that's working. Being the all-wheel drive, and obviously the Subarus, they all come with this one, so at the moment we're just in normal mode, but you do have the option to, if you do go in like off-road or loose gravel roads and stuff like that, you've got a couple of different sports modes that you can use there as well. So they turn your traction control off, make the car a little bit easier to drive on the off-road. A bit of storage in there, all your coin holders and stuff like that. A bit of storage through there, another accessory plug there as well. If you've got any cords coming out, they give you little recesses so you don't go chomping the cords. Plenty of room for all your phones and stuff like that as well, and adjustable cup holders there too. That does come out as well, so if you want anything bigger, put in that little middle spot there, you can do that too. So very, very nice and friendly cars, set up for the family. We've got drop down handles the whole way around, including the driver's side, adjustable seat belts, and the best thing ever, you got the visors with the extended bit, so they cover that little spot that most visors miss. So that's all there for you. Plenty of storage at the top there. Like I said, all your safety settings that you can turn on and off from there. Mirrors with lights on the driver's side. Incredibly tidy through the inside here as well. So I will leave this running because, like I said, I did pop that bonnet, and I do want to show you under there as well. Sorry, this one dragged on a little bit. Now that's just beeping because I got the keys in my pocket, and it's just reminding you that the car is still running in case you forgot. All up on the inside there too. Your battery down the right hand side, all your storage and everything through the middle. Incredibly tidy through the inside here. That 2.5 litre 4-cylinder motor. So that's the ones I was saying, that's the little daytime run lights. As soon as you turn the car on, they turn on as well. So guys, thank you so much for your inquiry, and can't wait to hear feedback soon.